Oh, look at this. Knowledge just uploaded 20 minutes ago.
He ain't breaking it, did he?
We just listening to that pastime music.
That pastime music?
Yeah.
This man done putting y'all on the music already. Look, you know, notice we're gonna get into a little bit too. But
Get into it.
before we get into that, man, again, this is Since We Talking. My name's Valden.
Josh.
And you watch this, y'all. This bro be throwing up gang signs, man. I be talking
my
like,
hand.
bro,
My
what are
hand
you
was like this
doing,
the
bro?
whole time,
Like,
bro.
he stayed throwing up. I be like, bro, he just did this on live camera
doing
too,
that,
bro.
man.
Like, he did it on
doing
live.
it.
He almost locked it in, bro. I'm just trying to figure out, like,
Trying to get it.
here we go with another episode. This is gonna be episode number 3. So we here. You know how we do on our Since We Talking. We're gonna have a couple of questions for us. Get his perspective on things, see how he is viewing the world, and how, you know, since we talking about it anyways, we're gonna get to talking about it. So, how you doing today?
Doing good. Pretty chill. Just got through shooting the video with Chris.
Cool.
So, chilling right now.
Know a little videography, a little photography. You know, he do it all right now. So we're gonna get into that a little bit later too. But the first question that I ask everybody, we get right into the nitty gritty. All right. So let's just say you're on your life journey right now. And so if you were to describe your life journey as a book, what portion of the book do you think you'd be in right now?
Bro, I don't even be reading books like that, so I gotta hold on.
Take them back to the school, and you know you got your beginning of the book, where you getting your exposition, your rising actions, the climax, falling actions.
I'm actually just like starting to read back books, so I say I'm in like what's before the climax?
The rising action.
Rising action. I'm like in the rising actions right now.
You're on the rising actions right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Think yours like a little series, or you just in one book right now?
I think it's just one big long book, one big thick book.
Okay, you got one book, and you're in that rising action right now. So you got a lot of things that's already set up.
Yeah.
Got a lot of your settings, and now you're just working on them.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good then. So what are some of them things that you're working on right now? Then?
I'm working on basically being a artist. Basically, that's what I want to do. Currently shooting videos for people. Currently doing music for people. Currently doing music for myself. Gonna be shooting videos for myself. I'm gonna be basically being a part of like stories and stuff. Being a part of people's journey. I've helped people with albums. I've helped people with like all their artistic journeys. So yeah, just that's where I'm at.
Diving deep into the art and all aspects that you can. Okay, I see it. What's been your favorite way that you dove into the arts?
That's kind of hard to say because every way that I do it, my favorite way is making music, shooting videos, bro. Even drawing, even writing. Like those are some of my favorite ways. I just like to do that on my pastime whenever I have time. You know, a lot of times you don't have time to do stuff, and that's one way to pass your time.
Okay, when you get that time, I
Yeah.
see. Yeah. And so then, kind of diving into that, I had a couple questions, but before we get into those ones, I want to ask you, what do you think usually comes first in your process?
I think I get my inspiration from viewing things first, and then I get the gears start turning in my head where I just like, oh, okay, I gotta write this down. I have to set this up, or I have to like a storyboard, like something I want to shoot, or I would like if I'm making music, if I hear like a sound, it can literally just be like a sound, like a car slamming door. I'd be like, oh, that's just a good kick drum or something like that. Yeah, that's where it's at.
Okay, I see. So, one of the questions I want to ask, you was talking about how you help making albums, you're making music, you writing stuff. How do you? What's your kind of like process when you go into like producing music or?
My process. I really just it's kind of hard to explain because like I don't really have a process. I just go in. Like I can start with a melody first, or I could just start with like the drums, or I could start with just like my beatboxing. Or I could just start with like just talking. I'd be like, this can go a certain way, and then I can hear something else like in the room or something like a creak or something from the wood or something. I'd be like, oh, this will go crazy in there.
So do you go in with an idea already, or do you just wait for the inspiration to hit you when you get there?
Sometimes it's like half and half. It goes better when there's a idea, but a lot of times, not a lot of the times, like a good portion of the times, when it's just like a raw thing that just comes out of nowhere, it's really great. I like those.
Out of nowhere, raw.
Yeah,
Do you think that that art would be kind of like what you would define as your purpose, like the creating of it?
yeah. I think my purpose is definitely to create and distribute.
Gotcha. So, if that's your purpose, what would you describe? What would you? How would you define purpose? Like, what would you define purpose as?
I think your purpose is not necessarily something you're like. I think it's something that you're like talented at, or something that's like natural to you. Um, yeah, that's what I think your purpose is.
And do you think that that talent or something that comes natural to you? Do you think it's given to us at birth, like we are ordained this, and we know that like from birth is what our purpose is, or do you think we can learn what our purpose is as we go throughout life and learn it?
I think we can learn it.
You can learn it.
Yeah, I think we can. Because I didn't know, I didn't know I could make music till I was hanging around people that made music, and it was like, oh, I can do this.
So that kind of exploration, kind of like going throughout their life and figuring out things rather than being led into a certain path.
Yeah.
Do you think that your purpose and passion are kind of the same thing?
Mm, nah, because some people's passion is to be what I would say. Some people's passion is to be a furniture maker, but your purpose is to be like somebody that go teaches people in like schools or something. So yeah,
So passion and purpose can be different. Okay, I like that though. All right, we're gonna get to another question about you. So, this is a little more of a personal thing. Have you ever been to any jazz concerts?
um, I think I might have when I was a kid. I've been to my dad's one time, but I barely remember that. Like that just came out of nowhere. I barely remember that. Other than that, no. I really just like to listen to jazz on my own time. So I really
Yeah,
been to any events.
definitely gonna get into that. Kind of like your dad being a jazz artist,
Yeah.
and thinking if that had any inspiration on you and your love for music.
No, not really, because I never really heard any of his work. Never really heard anything he made. I don't remember.
And even not even like remember it, you don't think it's kind of like and you just like it was ingrained in you from birth, like just had it. You just
No.
nah, just went it on your own.
Yeah, I think I found it on my own.
Okay, I like that though. So another question, along with kind of like producing and just the music still, because there's a lot of music and your purpose, and so kind of wanted to dive into that. So what's your favorite instrument?
My favorite instrument is probably definitely the piano.
Mm,
No, actually no, the violin, then the piano.
the violin and the piano.
Yeah.
And what's a beat that just solidified that violin, or like what's something that you've heard that just let you know that the violin is your favorite instrument? Like, was it a specific thing, or was it just a sound that it can produce?
Brushing like anything with a violin, I'm like tuned into it immediately. Um, one of my favorite beats is "Wasting Time" by Pharrell, Brent Faiyaz, and sadly Drake. Yeah, yeah. That beat right there is something crazy to me.
You might have that much. We had an instrumental playing in the post, but you
Yeah,
never know. Maybe get a little bit so I can hear a little bit of that.
yeah.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, man. And you mentioned Pharrell. Um, talk about producers and stuff.
Yeah.
Like art usually is get a lot of inspiration, and so Pharrell. You think that Pharrell's one of your like top producers. You have any other producers or people that influence you in your sound when you're making music?
Uh, it's kind of crazy to say this, but Kanye West was one of them.
That
Tyler the Creator was one of them.
old Kanye, don't get you.
Earl Sweatshirt was one of them. It's a lot of them, dude. It's so many of them. I like what's his name? I forgot. That's how my mind goes, bro. I guess some of my mind just goes away. But it's a lot though. Like if I just go on my playlist on my Spotify phone, I'd be like, oh yeah, him. It's a lot of people, man. But those are my top 4, 5. Those dudes like inspire me so much. It's just like, damn, how can you create that sound? Like, where did that come from? I want to be like that.
That's what you look at. Making your music is just for them to just be wondering, like,
Yeah,
man, where did that even come from?
yeah,
That's that astonishment you're looking for. I like
yeah,
that. Music is it's a great connection.
yeah.
It's a great connecting piece, and the influence and the inspiration that a lot of people get, it's like they call it in their purpose. Do you think that that purpose could come from a higher power, or do you even believe in a higher power?
I guess I don't know. Probably. I don't think it may be a higher power. I can't really say so for sure because like you don't really know. You don't have any certainty. You don't actually know. But I don't think so. Maybe. I think so. There's something out there.
So nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, higher power. It doesn't have to even be God. Like it's just something that's above humanity. Like,
Yeah. It's something. It's something for sure. It's got to be something.
gotta be something.
Yeah.
You're not sure though. What you
I'm
would.
not totally sure.
Not totally sure because like it could be a lot of different things. Like some people have just like they think that destiny. They just believe in destiny. They don't believe in any set like person. They just think that things are preset, so the
Yeah.
things are gonna always work out. Some people believe in karma. Some people believe in fate. So fate and destiny are kind of similar, but like
Yeah.
then other people, there's religions that believe in God. There's religions that believe in polytheistic, where there's multiple gods and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Even like Buddhism, where it's just believing in a connection with a source,
Yeah.
not necessarily, but any of that like spark anything for you?
I guess the fate and what was the other one?
Destiny,
Fate and
or
destiny, yeah, fate and karma, all that stuff. I think that's real. Maybe.
That's a good thing, though, because just me believing in that higher source, it kind of allows you to, um, while it makes the world feel like a little bit,
Grounded.
mm-hmm, it's like humanity, because humanity seems like on the world, the top of the food chain, and the stuff that humans do is like, what's the purpose that we're doing this for? But if
Right.
there's a higher power, there's something that we're all headed towards, or
Right.
if there's an actual like wouldn't even say creator, but a engineer
Hmm.
behind all this, and we working in the gears, or we're creating towards something.
Hmm.
It makes you feel a little bit more grounded. It helps you a little bit more. Um,
Helps people be stable.
um, 'Cause I know for me, my higher power, I definitely believe in there's a God. There is a power above us, and it's kind of connected in us. And I think one of the cooler ways to talk about it is Sinners.
Hmm.
Shout out to Sinners. If you ain't seen Sinners yet, go see that. Fire movie. But in Sinners, they had the connection to their ancestors and their future descendants through music,
Right.
and just that connection between them. That can be a higher power, like just that connection to the source,
Hmm.
and like even that can be a higher power. Things like that, where music can connect us spiritually, or like nostalgia and stuff like that. You ever think of anything like that?
A lot of my thoughts are not even considering religion or higher power base. It's just like, bro, I'm struggling right now. I need to like make money and do what I need to do. So I'm trying to like get this money and then finish. So I'm not really thinking of that type of stuff right now. But
More of a tangible thing.
yeah, tangible stuff.
Okay, definitely more tangible. Not not instant gratification, but more of a
Long term.
yeah, where you can kind of see the progress. So you're trying to be able to like see the steps, see the
Yeah.
goals, and like hit them, accomplish them, and not something that's more metaphysical and stuff.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay. So my last question, that's like our general question goes, it's talking about self transformation. And so with self transformation, the first thing I would ask you is how would you describe self transformation?
Self transformation is like, I think it's like trial and error, and just going through life, figuring out what works, what doesn't work, what's good, what's bad. You just learn it, and how you evolve. That's what I think self transformation is.
Do you think they were constantly transforming, or you think that we all
Yes.
had this one big, oh wow, that was the click, that's the change moment?
No, I think you're well, I think you can constantly transform. Some people don't want to change and they stay the same, but I think you can constantly transform every day of your life for as long as you want, however long you want, you know. But yeah, you can definitely change.
Like that. And in that self transformation, you were talking about like learning and not learning things, and like taking chances and things. And where does um, where does failure come into that self transformation process? Like how do you address and tackle failure as it comes to your self transformation?
You gotta look at it as like, oh, this is not working. Like you tried like multiple different ways, it's not working, so you gotta try something else. That's how
And what gets you to that realization of having to try something else? Like
I.
for you personally, what is the thing that clicks?
I wouldn't say. I would say like the results that you were looking for aren't even close. That's what the change. That's where the change should be. You'd be like, oh, this ain't it. So I got to do something different.
I see. Okay. And then now we're going to be wrapping it up. So to wrap it up, we talk a little bit about history. Talking a little bit about history and just because still kind of going into our self transformation and about purpose and passion and about music. Um, so you know the history. Usually you can use history to kind of guide yourself on the present and like because even with music when you're doing like samples and things like that you got to go look at the history of music
Hmm.
and kind of when you're going forward with like your purpose and your passion you want to kind of look at what's already been done so that you can either improve upon it use it again or know that you don't have to reinvent the wheel. So when it comes to history how do you usually go about studying it?
Um,
It could be for anything. It could be the music. It could be for just like life, anything.
like you said, I go back and listen to old music and hear how they sound and how they played their stuff. I learn from it and just think like I can definitely switch it up. I can improve this to a different way. I can flip this a different way. I can learn from what they just did. That's all it is. So
Just looking and learning.
yeah,
Okay. You ever use anything outside of music as an inspiration? Like you're talking about like just the natural sounds of the world and stuff, but like any readings or anything towards it or
any readings? No, no. If I see something, if I hear something, that's where it goes. Right to the music or right to the video, right to the videos. That's where it goes.
gotcha, gotcha. So that it's usually just like a natural feel for you.
Yeah.
Okay, man. That was kind of like the last question, but I got one question. Let me see where that must go. So I hear that you rap as well, man.
Yeah.
Do a little bit of rapping, so you do a
Yeah.
part of all that artistry. And so,
Yeah.
was rapping? Did it just come naturally, or was it more something that was like, well, I'm already doing the writing, I'm already producing, I'm already shooting the videos and doing all of these, making the beats? Did the rapping come because you're like, I'm already doing all of this? Let me dabble into the rapping, or was it just something that you was like, oh man, I got these bars I want to get down to?
It just came naturally. I don't. It comes naturally, but I am very picky of what I want to say. So that's why people don't hear that many raps from me. Cause like whenever I want to release something, I want it to be the best of what I can do. And I feel like some of the things that I do aren't as good as they need to be before I release them. So I gotta perfect that, hone that real quick, and then I can show you. But yeah, it comes naturally, definitely. I can say that because I was doing it back in high school, just for fun, just having fun with it. So yeah,
Having fun with it is a big thing.
yeah,
always want to make sure you're having fun with it, even when you're trying to get it perfect. If you ain't having fun with it, you're gonna be missing out on that, right?
Yeah, definitely are.
Okay.
That's the main thing. Is just to have fun with it. Make sure you enjoy what you do.
A lot of times with purpose and passion, you always want to give yourself these like um, kind of like life quotes, like just things that you carry with yourself when you feeling like things are a little bit harder right now, or even when things are good and you're just trying to give some encouragement to people and stuff. You got any like life quotes like that that you just carry with you?
No, but I can make one. Let me see. Let me get y'all a life quote real quick, bruh. But if you have a vision of what you're working towards, like a clear vision of what you can see, like yourself in that position, then just keep working, be consistent with it. Don't slack off, because slacking off does hinder your progress a lot more than you think. And so, yeah, just keep going.
Just keep going. Just do it. Just keep going.
Yeah.
Tell you, Mug's hit.
Yeah.
All right. But I know for me, a little quote that I always live by is dream work. I mean, teamwork makes the dream work. Because we all do this together.
Yeah.
And even when you was talking about how you make your music and stuff, how you was helping people make their albums, or you be shooting videos for other people and stuff, like knowing that it takes more than just one person to have this dream come together, having more than one person to make the idea come to life. Yeah. So always making sure that you realize that it's gonna take more than just one person.
Right. Yeah, it is. Nobody ever did it by themselves.
Always take a team.
Definitely.
All right, man. That's been episode 3 of Since We Talking. And I'm Valden.
This is Josh.
We signing off.